Happy morning, children. We'll be starting with fourth chapter today, reproductive health. So, it is the state of physical, emotional, behavioral, and social fitness for leading a reproductive life. So, all four, behavioral factors physical, emotional, behavioral, and social fitness. Everything has to be considered. So, in order to lead a reproductive life. So, according to the World Health Organization, the definition for this reproductive health is a total well being in all aspects of reproduction, that is, physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. So, we'll be seeing about all these. India being the first among the countries to initiate action plans and programs to attain reproductive health, which is considered to be a national goal. And then the program called Family Planning Program, which was initiated, which was assessed frequently, and RCH program is currently is used in operation. We are going to see the highlights of all this. And what is RCH? It is Reproductive and Child Health Care. That is RCH stands for. Okay. And the next one we are going to see how the major task like creating awareness about all these aspects and how it's going to provide the facilities and support for building reproductively healthy society. So the task of this plans are going to be this, and how it's going to be implemented using the AV mode, that is audio visual mode, and print media, that is advertisements, documentary films by the government and NGOs. And next, not only through these information can be also be carried by parents, close relatives, teachers, friends. So all about this awareness program, all these sources can also carry those information to each and every person in the Indian society. So which also says that sex education in school need to be encouraged, and because of which the myths and misconceptions can be avoided, not to be believed in, and information about sexually transmitted diseases need to be given. And then so all these have to be highlighted, so we'll be learning about so how to implement it successfully. So by providing an infrastructure and professional expertise, material support, so by giving out all this we can successfully implement. And next is essential to provide to carry out the previous thing, we need to provide essential medical assistance and care during reproduction related issues. We are going to see all this in detail. So in the new strategies and better techniques are needed to provide care and assistance. So it is often being assessed frequently, and the updation is done every now and then. So amniocentesis, which is avoided or banned legally, that is what you called as sex determination. What fetus, male or female, that you cannot determine, that is banned here. To avoid female feticide, and massive child immunization program also is done. So, but to check for the Down syndrome and other genetic disorders like hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, and also to determine the survivability of the fetus, this amniocentesis is allowed only to certain restrictions they have. So with all the medical experts team, they were working, that is governmental as well as non-governmental organizations, they will be working on the challenges that they were facing every now and then regarding the reproductive health. Okay. So continuously the assessment was done. See, the younger generation will have the exposure to movies, friends, magazines. So they do not have a proper information about sex education. So it might be reliable or unreliable information. It can create some myths and misconceptions, and it might develop some unhealthy attitude among the younger generation. So that becomes necessary to provide sex education in school. So that is why the curriculum has all that details about the reproductive system, and even this lesson, it's about it, reproductive health strategies and all that. So to avoid that myths and misconceptions, okay, so which might develop that unhealthy attitude, so that's what is leading to all these programs and awareness programs. And so the younger generation have to be exposed to hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, AIDS, and adolescence and mental and body challenges or changes that happens in the physique. They have to be aware of to have a healthy society. So, and also to have a controlled family, okay, with a limited family members. So like all these headings like contraceptives, gender equality, no male and female gender categorization, child care, everything was taken care of. That is, they usually be analyzing each and every topic. That's what the facing challenges every day. So 2005 to 2009 strategic plan was mainly based on these five aspects. Access here means to the medical providing medical facilities, advocacy, the legal issues, adolescence, AIDS and abortion, that is miscarriages. To avoid all this or to give a more detailed infrastructure facilities only, this five plan was introduced. So next comes the population explosion actually. These are the research institutes arising in every part of the country working on this. Central Drug Research Institute in Lucknow, that was the first one to bring about a contraceptive pill called Saheli, oral contraceptive pill. So in order to reach each and every part of the country, even the rural areas, the hospital facilities, assisted medical care, we call it as assisted medical care, that has to reach every nook and corner of the country. You must have seen in the advertisements and all, like women before giving birth to the child, the child dies. That is, they don't have that enough transportation facility or hospitals nearby. So all that has to be taken care of. And this is about amniocentesis, I told you, the fluid that is collected out to check the genetic behavior, genetic disorders in the baby. That is allowed actually, but not to determine the sex of the child. So population explosion and birth control. So you can say that by around 2 billion, actually by 2011 it was, India was having around 1 billion population. See, the life expectancy rate was 32 years, but the mortality rate for the infants was about 180 every 1,000 birth of the newborn. So to reduce the mortality rate of the infants, so infants mortality rate was around 180 death per every 1,000 birth of the newborn infants. So in order to control that only, that mass immunization program was brought into practice, which you all know about it. That is polio vaccination. We know that a particular day government will be announcing that particular day. So throughout the country there will be this mass vaccination program will be conducted, so that every child, whether not, no category like poor or rich, so every child that is born in the country can avail that facility. So that you call it as mass immunization program, which is adopted just to decrease the mortality rate among the infants, the newborn. So the world population, which was around 2 billion in 1900, it rocketed to 6 billion by 2000 and 7.2 billion in 2011 actually. So by 2018 in India, it was 1.33 billion, they say. 1.33 billion. This is actually by 2000, 1 billion. So 1.33 billion by 2018. Now it has still more increased. So if it increases even by 1.7% more, there will be a tough economic crisis, or even the basic facilities like shelter, food and all that will be under big strain. So there has to be, or there have to be a check on that, or implementation of that family planning programs. So that's why the marriage age for the male and female is like 18 years for female and 21 years for male. That was brought into practice, and now I think it has even more increased. The age has got increased, age limit. So contraception and intentional prevention of conception. So next comes the issue, how this contraceptive methods can be implemented in a proper way. How the contraceptive methods can be implemented. Natural methods, barrier methods, intrauterine devices, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants, surgical methods. So these are the various methods. So first comes the natural methods. So where in the image you can see the ovum and all the sperms. So this stopping of the sperms to reach the ovum, that will be the target of this natural methods. So these are the natural methods of contraception. So we'll be seeing under each of the headings. So first it is periodic abstinence, coitus interruptus, lactational amenorrhea. So I'll just tell you what it is. Periodic abstinence is, we have learnt about that menstrual cycle. So where we have seen that followed by the menstrual phase, the follicular phase and the ovulation phase will continue, and the more chances for fertilization will happen during the that is from the 5th day till the 17th day, that is, which means it is follicular and ovulatory phase of the menstrual cycle. So if coitus is avoided during that particular period, then it's a natural kind of contraception, that is periodic abstinence. And next is coitus interruptus. So that is withdrawal of the penis during the coitus. So that will also avoid the entry of sperms into the female reproductive tract. So that is a second category, that's natural method. And the third one is lactational amenorrhea. So this is a kind of natural contraception that is present in all lactating mothers. That is soon after the delivery of the child, 6 months, if the child is continuously fed with mother's milk, then oxytocin. So we saw that oxytocin is the hormone that is released in order to facilitate parturition process. So this oxytocin also will suppress ovulation process. So not only it enhances contraction in the muscles and facilitates delivery of the fetus, but also it suppresses ovulation process, which is actually a natural contraception. So if ovulation does not happen, the next cycle the mature ovum will not be released. So naturally there is no chance for subsequent fertilization or pregnancies to happen. So that is lactational amenorrhea. Okay. So the missing of, you call that as missing of menstrual cycle during the lactation period, that is most probably the first 6 months after the delivery of the fetus. So these are some natural methods we can say, but still these methods will not be exactly proving positive. So they have to rely on, that is for the planning program, they have to rely on other methodologies. Okay, so we'll be seeing about those methodologies now. That is the barrier methods and all other methods. So coming back to the PPT here. So India was among the first countries, I told you all this. So actions and plans was introduced. Then this program called Family Planning Program was introduced in 1951, and RCH, Reproductive and Child Health Care program, was brought into practice. It's all to create awareness about various reproduction related issues. So how the government took measures. So I told you that audio visuals, print media, whatever I told you before. So the sex education should be given to the younger generation, and how family members and other close relatives can act as a source of information regarding this family planning program, and how the people can be educated. Birth control options. So you can see here, birth control options, care of pregnant women, postnatal care. Postnatal care is after the delivery of the child, the mother and the child need to be taken care of. And importance of breastfeeding, equal importance to both male and female child. Okay, that socially conscious healthy family. So in educating people in all these aspects was necessary actually. So awareness, because education, the common general education was not very sound in India, so all these has to be done in a like an awareness program. So awareness of controlled uncontrolled population growth, social evils will build socially responsible healthy society. So uncontrolled population growth and social evils, there has to be bring out an awareness. Implementation of various action plan requires infrastructural facilities. So all that providing facilities for generally the medical expertise, availability of medicines, availability of facilities, actually the hospital facilities, everything has to be provided. Only then we can expect that effective reproductive health that can be accomplished. As I told you before, the ban on amniocentesis. And see the next point. So that's about the Kolkata, where that first contraceptive pill was introduced. So population explosion and birth control. So the reason for high population. So you can see here, the reason for high population explosion: decline in death rate, longer lifespan, decline in maternal mortality rate, decline in infant mortality rate, some religious belief against birth control, lack of reproductive health knowledge. So why there was explosion in population? So because of all this, the death rate got declined, the lifespan actually got increased, and decline in maternal mortality rate. All that will definitely lead to population explosion. So some steps to overcome population explosion: motivate smaller families using contraceptive methods, awareness through media, posters and all that. Couples, mostly young, urban, working ones, adopted one child norm, and statutory raising of marriageable age, that is female it is for 18 years of age and male 21 years. And incentives will be given to the couples with smaller families. Other countries, many other countries are following this, like China and all. They are following this strategy actually, to give incentives and special attractive packages to couple who postpone that postpone the pregnancy, or having whoever has a small family and all that. So contraceptive methods to prevent unwanted pregnancies. So this is what we started seeing just now. Natural methods, I told you 3 conditions: periodic abstinence, withdrawal or coitus interruptus, lactational amenorrhea. Just read through, you will understand. So physical contraceptive or barrier methods. This method prevents contact of sperm and ovum by barrier, and available for both male and female. So this is a kind of physical barrier method available for both. So condoms, when you consider, that's made of thin rubber latex sheath, self-inserted and disposable. So that is They need not go to a doctor and all, they can handle it privately. So covers penis in male, and in the case of female, the condoms will be covering the vagina and cervix, and it is used so that the semen do not enter the female reproductive tract. So in order to prevent AIDS and sexually transmitted diseases, it can also be used. Next is diaphragm, cervical caps and valves. So these are another physical barrier methods. Barrier, this is also made up of rubber latex material that will be inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix region, and that will block the entry of sperm through cervix. And reusable, that's reusable, so but which means disposable material. Spermicidal cream or jellies forms along with these barriers can also be used. So spermicidal cream or jellies these are chemical substances which will be acting as a jelly like substance, which will either kill the sperms that enter, or it will block the entry of sperms. So these are the methods, physical barrier methods found in both male and in female. So we'll see with this the third one, intrauterine devices, IUDs. So you can see the picture over there, different methods. These devices are not only used by female. So that's the thing. That's why it's called as intrauterine. That is inside the uterus, this will be inserted. So this will be this is not by the personal thing, that is they have to go to the doctor, no private usage. So inserted by the doctor or nurses in the uterus through the vagina, and it might be of two types. One is non-medicated and the other one is medicated. What you see on the left hand side, that double S shape, that you call it as Lippes loop. Okay, so the double S shape you call it as double S shape material that's found, that's also made of rubber latex material only, a kind of little bit thickened stiffened agent. So will be acting like a loop tied to a small thread like structure at the end of it. So that will be inserted into the through the vagina into the uterus. So this is actually this Lippes loop will be blocking the sperm, and also it will be phagocytose, that it will be digesting that sperm inside, and will not allow that sperm to enter into the fallopian tube at all. So that is non-medicated. So it is just that, which means you can understand the meaning of it, why it's called non-medicated when you see the other one, copper releasing IUDs. These are of different types, that is copper T, copper 7 and multi-load 375. So the other two pictures here show that copper T and copper 7 actually. So these two things actually release copper ions, and the copper ions will tend to stop or retard the motility of the sperms. So this copper T will be continuously giving out that ions, and that will be stopping the fertilizing capacity of the sperms will be suppressed actually. So the IUDs increases phagocytosis of sperm within the uterus. So that will block as well as the kind of hydrolysis of the sperm, that is degrading the sperm into nothing. Okay, so that will happen. So no sperm can enter into the fallopian tube. So that no fertilization is possible. So these are intrauterine devices. So you can classify them. It is used only in the female, and it is used categorized under two headings, non-medicated and the medicated ones are also there. That is purely medicated. These copper in the sense it's giving out some kind of reaction, that is releasing the copper ions. So you have proper medicated IUDs also. So that is, you call it as hormone releasing IUDs, which is the commercial name. The bracket, that is the names given within the brackets are commercial names, how it's available in the markets, in the shops. So Progesta Cert and LNG20. So these are hormone releasing IUDs. So you can see the picture there, one L shape is there. So you can see that this will be covering the upper part of the uterus, and this will be in the center part of the uterus. So this part of the tube actually has loaded with the hormones. Okay, so slowly that hormones will be released out of that small tube like structure, and that hormones will be taking care of the sperms that is entering. So again, this is a kind of medicated approach. Okay. So it makes the uterus unsuitable for implantation and the cervix hostile to the sperm. So IUDs are ideal for female to delay pregnancy or to space out the children. And next, widely accepted contraception method in India. So this is a kind of medicated method. So where there is a difference between that copper T and the first category, the non-medicated one, and this one. Okay, copper T is copper ions will be just retarding the suppressing the motility of the sperms, and this hormone releasing is the tube which will hold that hormones stored inside will be released in frequent intervals, and that will be stopping the movement of the sperm that is entering. Okay, so next one is oral contraceptives. Oral administration of small doses of progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination, either small doses of progesterone or a combination of both the hormones, okay, in a particular proportion, not equal. So that oral, as oral pill, that's what we saw, the Saheli pills, all that kind of contraceptive pills. It is oral. Female tablets and so-called pills taken daily for a period of 21 days. So during that, starting from the follicular phase till the end of that menstrual cycle. So inhibit ovulation and implantation and alter the quality of cervical mucus to prevent the entry of sperm. The main thing is these hormones will be helping to secrete more amount of cervical mucus, so that cervical mucus will be blocking the region so that the entry of sperms can be prevented. That is the main usage of this oral contraceptives. That's why they say the quality of cervical mucus that will be increased and thickened so that allowing of sperms will be prohibited. Next is effective, less side effects. Saheli, that's what we saw. It is non-steroidal preparation and once a week. So they have to, maybe the person will be advised by the prescribed by the doctors to when to take and how frequently, all that dosage will be given. So we'll finish off till this today. So we'll continue with the rest of the chapter by tomorrow. Thank you all, children.